Okay, my name's Heddi Greenwood. I'm going to be the NLP coach. Carol is my client, and today is session 23, Decision Destroyer. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
Hi. Today we're going
Hi.
to deal with your limiting decision. We're going to try and deal with that with a tool called the Decision Destroyer, and hopefully by the end of it you won't have it anymore. So I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can actually read this script. 1 minute. Okay. First of all, I just need to check with you. What is your limiting decision first off?
My limited decision is that I am dispensable. My limited decision is that I am dispensable and
And how is it a problem
undervalued.
for you now?
It's a problem for me now in relationships and work. It's a problem for me now in relationships and work because I just feel that I'm so easy replaced, or other
Okay,
people
and do you
think
think
that
it
I'm
is
so
that
easy
other people
replaced.
think that, or do you think it's
So
what you think and they're just mirroring you?
I think it's what I think and they're mirroring. I think it's what I think and they're mirroring. I'm getting what I'm
I
asking
think
for,
most
really.
of us do, so don't don't feel too persecuted with that bit. Okay, so for today, is it okay for your unconscious mind, with your unconscious mind, I should say, for you to release this decision today and to have conscious awareness of it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, that's great.
Absolutely.
Right, so I'd like you
Yes.
to go ahead and get in touch with your limiting decision and light it up in your neurology. Hasn't it been present long enough?
Yeah.
It might be wise for you to close your eyes and go with what we're doing here. Resolve yourself today that this is the final day that this will ever be a problem in your life. And now I'd like you to ask your unconscious to take you on a journey of consciousness. Trace it back. Allow your unconscious to be the guide as you go back to the very first event. The first time it was ever an issue for you. You may not know consciously the content of that event, but it doesn't matter, does it? No, what does matter is that you trust your unconscious to take you right back to that very first event of that limiting decision, which when you disconnect it there, will cause it to disappear for you forever as an issue in your life. And then go right down into the event. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel the feelings of being right there. Notice as you're back there, become aware of any emotions that are present, but notice that you can keep your spirit high. And you may need to fast forward or rewind the movie to get to the point where the decision was actually made. But become aware of the decision that was made. Are you aware of that decision now? Okay. And now it's time to rise above it, isn't it? Keep your spirit high. Rise all the way up into the air towards the heavens and even higher than that. Rise right up above the stream of time, keeping your spirit high, and find yourself in the learning position, directly above the event. Notice that the event looks so tiny and insignificant down below, doesn't it? Now, as you're in the learning position, it's time to preserve your learnings. What are the positive learnings for yourself and for your future, which when you preserve those learnings now, will allow you to release the emotion and the decision easily and effortlessly. Allow those learnings to come to you now. Those learnings which will allow this whole set of circumstances to serve a far grander purpose in your life, the purpose it was meant to serve. And as you get those learnings, can you share them with me? Take your time. Let me know when you found the learning. Do you have anything to share with me?
No, I'm just going in and out of situations, and I am asking for the lessons from it, but I'm not getting anything as yet.
That's not positive that I can help you with.
I'm just getting that it's other people's choices. I'm just getting other people's choices. The things that have happened, it's out of my control. There's nothing that I can do, and each one of them I go into, it's caused by other people's decisions. So,
could this be back to the mirroring again? Could this be something that you're presenting, and people see the weakness and they take advantage?
I just don't know how to release that. I just don't know how to release that.
That's what we're here to do today, is to release that, so you can present a different face to the situations, and then you will get a different response. Once you change, the change has to occur within you, not them. They will change once you change, and you just need to be able to release it. So what you're seeing is that you feel out of control, because you feel the control is with someone else. So really you need to take control. You need to find somewhere in there, in those learnings, if you go back in and have another look, and maybe find something that says, I can take control of the situation by changing myself and believing that I am worthy and that I am not dispensable easily. I am worthy and I have a place in all of the situations in my life, and if other people have an issue with that, that is their problem. And somewhere within those learnings there will be something there for you to use, to go forward with, so that you can be the person that you are meant to be. Do you want to take a bit more time and try and find one that we can take out positively? Okay. You let me know when you're ready. Do you have something for me?
The only thing that I'm getting out is that that as far back as I was, like, that as far back as I was, like, even though I didn't have the tools, if I did have the tools that I had now back then, that I suppose I wouldn't have been as available. So that I would have really, been strong and focused on what I wanted to do. So it didn't matter what other people wanted to do around me. That I wasn't sort of, because I was putting them first and waiting for them. That's when I got myself into those sort of situations where, either it was going to be chosen over or undervalued in that way. So I think the lesson from it really would be to have a strong, to have a strong love for something in life, and not even a hobby, but you know what I mean. It's to do something that I really love to do, and that's not that other people didn't have an involvement in it, obviously, but for me to be really good at it, without going into too much detail. So
the learning that you're finding there is that if you do something that comes from your heart and you're fully committed to it, that you wouldn't allow anyone to get in the way of that. That you could stand up and be strong in that environment.
Yeah, or they wouldn't bother coming near me. Yeah, or they wouldn't bother coming near me. There must be something in what I do now that that I don't, that leaves it open, that I don't enjoy, or there must be something there
where perhaps you're not so committed as you thought maybe you were. Maybe it holds a lesser importance to you than you believe, perhaps. I don't know. But I think it's a good lesson. I think it's a learning that you can take forward, which is to be true to yourself and to do things positively for yourself. I think
it's just really difficult going back. Yeah, it's just really difficult going back, Heddi, because when you're back there, in all the wee situations when you're a wee child,
there is one.
When you're a wee child, and you think always one or two, haven't you? Even when I think back to that, to one of the situations, it was like, it's like you're in reserve. You know what I mean? It's like you're not going to be brought somewhere or do something if they can find somebody better to go with or to bring. You know what I mean? So I think that's where it's all stemming from.
Okay. Well, we're looking to move you forward from it rather than to stay with it. And I'd like you to be able to, perhaps we should go back and go back above it again. I think maybe we should repeat that part of the exercise where the problem is so far away that it looks wholly insignificant, and you can detach yourself from that emotion, because it seems to me like you're still locked in that event, and you're still carrying that pain and that emotion forward with you, and you haven't released it. So I think what we'll do is we'll go back to that last part, okay, before the learnings, and we're going to take you back into the event and then back out of the event, okay? Okay. So I'd like you now, again, to rise right up above it into the learning position, and I'd like you to keep your spirit very high and rise up all the way into the air towards the heavens and even higher than that. rise right up above the stream of time, keeping your spirit high, and find yourself in the learning position directly above the event. Notice how small and insignificant that now looks to you as an adult, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So far away, so small, of no real consequence in your life now. Now, as you're in the learning position, it's time to preserve the learnings. What are the positive learnings for yourself and for the future, which when you preserve those learnings now, will allow you to release the emotion and the decision easily and effortlessly? Allow those learnings to come to you now. Those learnings which will allow this whole set of circumstances to serve a far grander purpose in your life, the purpose it was meant to serve. As you get those learnings, can you share them with me? Take your time.
Okay.
The learnings that are coming through would be...
The learnings that are coming through would be permission again. It would be that
you don't need permission to be yourself.
You don't need permission to be yourself and to get on well and enjoy life.
That's what's coming up again.
That's what's coming up again.
It's a strong learning.
Mm.
That's good. That's great. Okay. Are there any others? Is there something else you can take forward?
No, that's it. That's the main
No,
one.
that's
It's quite novel that we've got the
That's the main
little
one.
carol there.
See yourself. You see yourself.
Okay. Right. Now, I want you to take those positive learnings for yourself and the future, and I want you to catalogue them at the unconscious level in that special place that you reserve for all such learnings, in such a way that they can change the future for you in a powerful and positive way. And now, if those learnings had a colour, what colour would they be?
Green.
Green?
Green.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of green?
Yeah.
Green. Like
Green.
pastel green.
Okay.
Like a
mint
pastel.
green, yes, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you can imagine that colour filling up your entire body, saturating every cell of your body. Imagine it starting at your feet and working upwards, towards your knees, through to your thighs, your hips, your stomach, your chest, your arms, your neck, and your head, all bathed in mint green. Just bathe in that for a few moments. Experience that feeling. Imagine if those learnings could make a sound. What sound would they make?
Pop.
Okay. And then imagine that sound emanating from the core of your body, encapsulating you in the colour and sound of the learnings. I'd like you to just sit there for a moment with the colour saturating your body and the sound emanating from the core of your body, and just enjoy that for a moment. You let me know when you're ready to move on.
Okay.
Now, I want you to move right back into the release position in relation to this event, so that you are at least 1 hour before the event ever occurred, or any of the events that led to this event, and you're way up in the air, looking down on it, so it's down below you and also in front of you. And as you're looking down on the event now, in the release position, the question is now, where did the emotion go? Did it disappear?
Yeah, it just seems so far away now.
Good. Excellent. That's right. It did. Hear the voices deep within congratulating you on having the mindset of a champion. So now, let's test. I want you to float right down back inside the event so that you're there inside the event, looking through your own eyes, hearing the sounds that surround you, feeling the feelings of being right there inside the event, and just notice, is the emotion there or has it disappeared now?
It hasn't disappeared, but it's totally unclear.
Okay.
So
it's gone out of focus for you, has it? It's shifted. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the decision, has it gone as well?
Yeah.
That's right, it did. Now, rise back up into the air, into the release position, and take the colour and the sound of the learnings and splash them forward along the whole stream of time, saturating it in the colour and the sound of the learnings. Then come all the way back until now, but only as quickly as you can notice 3 opportunities that you missed in the past in light of that old decision, and see them now for the opportunities that they were and are for the future. And with each one of those opportunities, feel the excitement within about the prospect of more of those opportunities that will surely be present as you move powerfully into the future. You let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what's Morgan doing to your hair?
Nothing to my hair. She's trying to stick a metal thing into my skull. That's very painful.
Okay, so how do you feel about your sensation of being replaceable now?
I definitely don't care as much about it now as I did.
Good. And I'm actually going to repeat that and edit that because I've done it upside down and inside out and back to front. So I'm going to repeat that. Now, how do you feel about feeling completely in charge of everything and being completely indispensable? Totally worthy. How do you feel about that now? Is it something that you can do going forward?
Definitely. I might have to think about it, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, we'll stay in touch on that. And step out into some indefinite time in the future, where in the past that old decision might have limited you or held you back. And notice what happens for you now. How do you think you'll challenge it next time? How do you think you'll handle it?
I just don't think I'll take it as personally. I think beforehand I was taking things quite personally, and now I just won't. I can't see that happening. If it's the right thing for me to do, grand. If it's not, but that's fine too. So
excellent. It's probably not meant personally, so it's probably the best thing to do. People have their own agendas. We all have them, don't we? So I'd like you now to ask your unconscious to take you zooming rapidly and unconsciously back to an earlier point, the choice point. The point where you chose to create this entire set of circumstances in your life. Oh no, I don't need to do that actually. I think we're finished. Yeah, we're done. We're done. So you do feel like you can handle that a bit better now?
Oh, definitely. I was not expecting. I mean, I can't even. I can't even remember that part. Sorry, my alarm's dead. I can't even hardly remember that part of my life, but it all came back. No, that was really quite a bit of a shock.
Good. Well, that was like mine. That just came out of nowhere. That event. It was like, whoa, where did you just come
Yeah,
from?
it really was. There was lots of events that sort of appeared, but that was the main one that I got stuck in. I just felt I need to get out of here. I'm just too involved and too deep
in. It was probably the right one then. It was probably the one where it did happen.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even have thought of it. You know,
how old were you?
I'm not sure. I reckon probably I was actually quite old. I would have been probably about 11 or 12.